And I will start episode 14.
Welcome back, everybody, to As
What's
You
up,
Just
everybody?
Heard. Welcome back to Paisanos. Pew, 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 pew. We're going to start with everybody's favorite game that I think we've played every episode. We might not have, but we might have done this every episode. But you guys know it as... James is going to give bad hints, and I'm going to try to figure out what franchise that those hints are talking about. And you never know, one day we might have a guest on to help with some of these bad hints, because I'm so bad.
I doubt it. That doesn't sound like us. Guests on this podcast? That doesn't sound like a thing we do. That sounds like a thing other people do. Not for us. It's never been guests for us, AJ.
It's never been guests for us, AJ.
Anyway, everybody, that's right. We got bad hints coming at you. Today we've got 3 movies. That's right, count them. 1, 2, 3 movies that AJ's got to guess with a series of less than helpful hints, shall we say. The one commonality in all these movies is these all movies are from the good old year of 1995. Where were you in 1995, AJ?
I was a tiny
Nobody gives a
boy.
shit. All right, on to hint number 1 for movie number 1. Are you ready?
I am. Let's do it.
Alright, if this film came out today, a word in the title would have to be changed. The story revolves around a boy who receives a piece of furniture for his birthday.
I think this has something to do with Native Americans. I'm going to go ahead and guess whatever it is that the answer is.
That's correct. Unfortunately, I can't give you credit for it because you didn't say it. So we're going to move on to hint number 2. The next day, the boy receives an unexpected knock at the door and is joined by a person with a larger-than-life personality, but without the body to match.
Aladdin?
That's not correct. In that case, we're going to move on to hint number 3. Soon after the first visitor, another guest appears, the natural predator / genocide committerer to the first guest. As you can imagine, tension ensues.
Alien, Predator versus something?
No!
I don't know. I'm getting further and further as we go now. The hints are supposed to give you more info, but I think this might be it. I hope this isn't a movie that I have seen, because at this point then I'm really fucked.
Hint number 4. After the hostilities are ended, the boy incarcerates his guests back in the cupboard, and no real consequences for his actions seem to occur.
The Indian in the Cupboard.
That's correct!
Mm-hmm. You know, I have not seen the movie. I heard it was actually a pretty decent movie, too, but I was just too young to care.
So not a lot of points for AJ on that one. We didn't quite stump him, folks, but we got really close. But we're going to move on to movie number 2. This is, again, another film from the year 1995. The first hint is, this superhero film is often ridiculed for its silly, almost cartoonish portrayal of the beloved titular protagonist.
Well, as you guys should be aware of Pulp Fiction, movies before the late 90s or 2000s are not something I'm familiar with. I've got nothing, so...
Alright, let's move on to hint number 2. Though this movie is the third one in the series, the main actor changes, with very mixed results.
Blade.
No, it's not Blade. We're going to move on to hint number 3. Though this movie features many stars, such as Val Kilmer, Tommy Lee Jones, and Jim Carrey, it's hard to argue this movie is good.
Must be one of those Batman movies that I, again, clearly haven't seen. So I hope you don't... If it's Batman, I hope you don't want more than Batman. Batman and... Batman.
Batman?
That's
For
all
a
I
law
got.
firm?
Cleaning up
I think
Gotham
this
the right
last
way.
hint will clear it up for you, AJ. Don't worry. It feels like forever ago that this movie came out. I remember I used to play baseball with the bat I inherited from my older brother, who by then was a man.
I don't know. Pass. No. Okay. Batman Forever. Yeah. Okay. I have
Batman Forever. That's right. All right. Here's hint number 1 for movie number 3. This film, based on a comic book, stars a gravelly voiced protagonist in a futuristic sci-fi setting.
RoboCop.
That's incorrect. Here's hint number 2.
No.
The hero's weapon of choice is a versatile piece of future tech, capable of responding to voice commands and firing various projectiles.
Is it that car one, Knight Rider or something? Is that 90s? Is that even a movie? That was a show, wasn't it?
I don't know if there's ever a Knight Rider movie. However, that's not what we're going for here. So we're going to move on to hint number 3. Our hero plays judge, jury, and executioner as a no-nonsense, motorcycle-riding, one-man judiciary system.
Terminator? I mean, it doesn't sound like Terminator to me.
That's incorrect. Hint number 4 is, I'd dread for you if you didn't guess it here. No, seriously, I'd really judge you.
So I might not have ever even heard of this movie, apparently. I honestly don't know. I really don't. Judge?
Oh, I think this is our first ever failure on a bad hints, where we've gotten through all 4 hints and did not get the movie title or video game. But anyway, AJ, the movie is Judge Dredd, starring Sylvester Stallone as the iconic Judge Dredd.
Never heard of it.
So we're going to move on to our next game here, which is AJ, I'm sure, is ready to tell you, is...
Intermission! Intermission, and it's a little different than normal. We are going to start with Get to Know James. As you guys know, this is a little part where we get to know James from his past. But this time, we also are going to get to know me. So James and I both sent in pictures of us from our early childhood. Here it is.
Yep, that's what we did.
It's 100%. James sent it in himself. No one else did it for him.
A child freezing in the cold. What do I say to these bearded babies? What can I possibly say?
I mean, it says it all. I mean, the pictures tells 1,000 words here. So you guys already know me. I mean, the spaghetti started early. My pal's been with me my whole life. James has his bird with a human penis, and I've got my dog bird. I mean, spaghetti is life. It starts at a young age. If you don't finish your plate, you know, you don't make it. Then your father will beat to your ass with a belt. What about you, James? If you got that mayonnaise on you, you look like you're covered in it.
It's so sad that you were bald even as a baby. Like, at no point in your life did you ever have hair on top of your head. It's a real tragedy for you. It must be some strange genetic condition.
Yeah, but, hair just grows back.
For me, you know, I mean, I've had this hat with me for so long. It's my second closest companion after bird with a human penis. But, you know, this is just a usual afternoon on the couch for me. Just chowing down on that sweet nays, you know what I mean? Almost floating in my diaper in a sea of my own feces.
All right, guys.
Are you as turned on as I am?
I am. We're going to need to take a 3-minute break. Who am I kidding? A 10-second break. As you guys know, the last person who comments in the episode gets to be featured in a photo op with yours truly, or James, or both of us. Who knows? It's depends. This time it is both of us. And here we go. James, tell us a little bit about, you know, this.
Well, I mean, it's funny you mention us as children, because this really takes me back. This is our younger days, of course. My God, I think we were just barely 18 here, clearing any necessary hurdles for, you know, any legality or anything. This is when our good buddy Henry was not only going through his BDSM, but also disembodied floating head phase, where he was just a gigantic skull that was the size of a human torso, kind of like MODOK, that just used to float around and do kinky shit. You're obviously taking a Foster's break, which, you know, was stipulated as your safe word. You would just, through the ball gag, go, Australia for beer, Australia for beer. And that was how we knew that you were getting too close. Me, however, as you can see, I'm really loving it, and Henry's just sitting there. He's making a mistake, actually, which is how you can tell this is an amateur photo shoot, because he's staring right down the barrel of the camera, and you normally don't do that in pornography. You're usually discouraged from looking at the camera. It sort of takes you out of it a little bit, but you know, in this instance, we can make an exception because he's got his cute little earsies on and his little button nose and his little beef wen. Of course, we've got my buddy the bird with a human penis watching on in the corner there in the top left. I don't see Dogbird anywhere, which is a little concerning. Maybe he couldn't hang with you for this one, but Otherwise, yeah, just a fun Thursday afternoon after school. Guinea fucker, I'll fucking send you back to Wopland, and you'll be fucking sewing boots with the rest of your family. You understand me?
And are you guys ready for What's That Sound? Da, 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 da,
Hey,
da.
baby,
That
what's that
mean.
sound?
Ooh.
Copyrighted song.
James, what's the sound?
Oh man, until the liquid sound at the end, I thought for sure this was like a horse eating carrots or something like that. But now with the liquid at the end, I'm kind of scared. I'm afraid maybe it's like somebody eating pickles straight out of the jar and they're jamming their fingies in there to get another pickle, but it's like overflowing out of the jar. And honestly, I think that's what I hope is happening, because the alternatives that I can imagine are grim.
Here it is. She just assumed.
How al dente is that fucking spaghetti that she's got to chew it that much? Oh, there's a whole ass cherry tomato on the plate. That explains it. Who the fuck puts whole vegetables in their fucking spaghetti?
All right, James, what's this sound?
Try.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, aber wir sind erst bei 6 Sekunden, das wird gut. Ja, we have 10 seconds, it's really good. Ja, really.
So there was a bunch of clapping. So there's a group of people. There was a countdown in German, and then there was a timer of some kind. You have 20 seconds. You're doing really good.
But
What do
I
I think that sound is, AJ? Well, I'll tell you. Let's try to act like a fucking professional for 1 second. Can you do that? Can you focus up? Hey, look at me. Look at me. Can you focus up for 1 second? Oh, what's that, AJ? What do I think that sound is? I think it's another woman eating spaghetti, but in German.
All right, let's see if you were right.
You'll have to subscribe to our
Try.
Patreon to see what my first answer is.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, aber wir sind erst bei 6 Sekunden, das wird gut. Ja, we have 10 seconds, it's really good. Ja, really.
Guinness
You have to
Book
see-
of World Records fastest time to eat a plate of spaghetti.
That guy beat the record by 14 seconds. In case you guys out there have like that bated breath and
He
like,
wasn't
what
even
happened?
going fast. That's the worst part. Like,
James, what is this sound?
Excuse me, paisano. We'd like 3 orders of free spaghetti to go. How about stay?
dude, it's the Super Mario Brothers cartoon. Dude, Mario.
Damn, I did not think you were gonna get that, but yes, it is.
Oh, buddy. You gotta wake up pretty early in the morning to sneak a Super Mario Brothers cartoon audio bite by me, let me tell you.
Well, here we go.
Excuse me, paisano. We'd like 3 orders of free spaghetti to go. How about stay?
Well, I had to put a spaghetti reference in. I wanted them all to have spaghetti in it. So it's
Get it?
very
And they were
limited.
dressed in Western clothes, spaghetti Western. We're tying stuff together all across it. Did you know there was a theme, viewer? Did you know there was a theme? Because there fucking wasn't. It's pure coincidence. You're a dumb piece of shit. Anyway, that brings us to the end of our show, everybody. We hope you enjoyed the episode. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and tune in for more wacky hijinks, because who knows what those guys will get up to next time. Anyway, I've been James. That's been AJ. We're 2 white guys in our 30s doing a podcast. Bye-bye.
No.
Your pussy.
Fuck me.
Your pussy.
Fuck me.
Sexual style.
Fuck me.
Your pussy.
Fuck me.
And then the awesome exit. Pussy, lemons.
Sexual style. Fuck me.